Let's go!
How long did it take for Sektor and Cyrax to get different designs, chat? How long did it take for Sektor to Cyrax to not be the exact same character? Pretty much MK9, right? We don't need to make huge adjustments. Deadly Alliance, they kind of different? Okay. The evolution of Sektor and Cyrax in every... Oh, are we gonna get an assist on this? So Game Channel has a video which we can just use to judge. So shout outs to Game Channel. They have an entire collection of all of these looking characters. Let's start at the very beginning. The BMX Bikers, which is just what they are. With modified helmets, the BMX Bikers, they are effectively the exact same thing, but different colors. If we're judging Sektor and Cyrax, they are being judged equally in this way. You either are going to love this or not love this. I personally land on a 7. This isn't 10 out of 10 material for me just yet. The problem with it is that even when I was a kid, I would look at it and be like, why are they wearing like BMX gear? They look like they're about to jump on motorbikes or some shit. Something about the way they looked early on, or kind of felt like, at least to me, sort of cheap, where some other characters looked really cool. But the very, very first designs of them in MK3, I was like, eh. Even when I was younger, they weren't the sickest things ever. You know, they weren't incredibly cool. To me, I like the MK Ninjas and stuff. So to me personally, I think that the oldest designs that we have are like 7s. I get what they're going for, right? I get it, but I still think the visual fidelity of MK3 was high enough where you can actually see what they are, and it's like, oh, they are effectively just BMX bikers in some way with some modified helmets. It is simple. They look cool in motion when they're doing their crazy bullshit, but you don't really get like they're robots, right? You don't really feel like they're robots yet. MK Gold. Oh boy. So it's a little better, but we really gotta use our imaginations here on this one. Oh, Jesus. Is it a little better? You know what? I'm gonna make a call. I'm gonna make a call that... Let me look up the MK4 costume. So here's the issue with the MK4 designs. They are just the 2D designs in 3D. That's all they're really going for. The attempt here was just, all right, so we're switching to 3D. The whole point of the game is that how do we translate our 2D / realistic characters into 3D designs into a 3D game? This isn't that much different than the basic ass BMX biker costumes. It's sort of the execution of that. The issue is that, well, you already had kind of a design that didn't look super great, and now it's in 3D, and it looks kind of worse. To me, this is like a couple points below even the MK3 one, where I would go to like, I don't know, man. I think this might be like a 5. I'm sorry. And Cyrax is no different. They just kind of look the same in this game. I think they're just effectively weaker looking designs than they were in MK3. In MK3, they're cool looking. They're not like epitome. They're not like goatee status yet, personally speaking. Cyrax has a costume in MK Gold. Hold on a second. He looks like RoboCop. Yeah, I don't love it. I think it's like a 6. I think it's like a 6. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. This isn't great. Don't get me wrong. Just Cyrax. Okay, gotcha. Because I'm not seeing any art. It's just like color palette. I'm gonna give this one credit. It's not great. However, he looks like a robot. To give the designer some credit with like their limited 3D capabilities at the time, he actually looks like a robot, which is good. He's more robotic, and I think that it was sort of the idea. The key elements are still there. It could be a dude in a suit, but more robotic stuff is happening. So I think this is okay. I actually think this is like, quote unquote, comparable to even the original designs, where this doesn't look like a BMX dude anymore. Not as much, but it's still like a 7. So I think that moves us into Armageddon, where Sektor and Cyrax are here. And is this not the first time Sektor and Cyrax have different costumes? They differentiate them in some way. And it's getting better, but it's not powerful yet. So what I'm noticing is that the helmets are effectively staying the same at this point, but the bodies are changing. This is kind of the same as the Deception costume we were just looking at, but this one is something entirely new. They're getting towards like a stormtrooper or something like that. I don't think either of them are particularly amazing. They're okay. They're still hovering around like a 7 out of 10. To me personally, the visuals of the characters have not really reached a level where it's like, fuck, that's so cool looking, right? That's so cool. They're so cool looking. At least they look like robots. This one looks like it's a more technological robot. This one looks like it's a more like, you know, grounded robot, which is sort of their thing. Sektor's got like missiles and shit. Cyrax is about like laser things and teleporting and stuff. So that I get that visual storytelling. I get it. I get it. But still, yeah, I'm gonna stay with it. I still think Sektor and Cyrax at this point are still like 7 out of 10 looking characters. They're okay. Oh wait, I actually think we missed one because this comes back. This Cyrax alt comes back, further confirming the Robocopness of Cyrax. And this is when Cyblax is still a thing now. So it's like, okay, so we actually get a character under the robot. It's still not good, right? Where it's like, yeah, I'm a guy under here, but am I really a character yet? It's like, well, not exactly. Don't really get there yet. That looks like cool. I don't think we get alternates for Cyrax and Sektor until we get to like MK9, where Cyrax actually has like a legit alternate costume. You know what I mean? Sektor alt and Armageddon. God damn it, chat. Oh no. They turn his bitch ass into the Guyver? No. They turned this guy into a fucking Beetleborg? Here's the thing, I don't hate it, but I also really don't like it. It's goofy. It's definitely taken some organic elements from like the Guyver. Not in a cool looking way. Not in a cool looking. I'm gonna give I think this is arguably like one of the worst looking ones. It's gonna be real. I think it's like a 5. Can we just move on to MK9? I want to turn on MK9. I want to look at MK9 shit. Because MK9 Sektor. Bam. It ain't bad. It's really not bad. I think the one thing I dislike about the MK9 robot ninjas is their extremely skinny legs. One of the cooler designs, the official human version of Cyrax, which is a cool ass design. MK9 designs on these characters do look relatively good. I like that they're differentiated. I like that one looks a little bit more like there's hard edges and stuff. This one's a bit more like rounded, not organic, but feels like more technologically inclined. This one's a fucking Cybertruck. This one is a Honda Civic. But I like them. I think that they actually are given personality, and it gives them a chance to like shine now, where you see that personality in them. I think these designs are good. Are they amazing? I'm gonna give them an 8. I think this one is an 8. I think Sektor is an 8, but I think Cyrax in this is maybe a 9. I actually like Cyrax a little bit more. And then this I'd argue is a 10 out of 10. It feels a bit too generic MK Ninja. At least Cyrax human has some elements that are a bit different, but he's got like the whole crotch pad and the sash and all the kind of stuff. I think this design's amazing. I think this one is going back down to like a 7. He looks like any generic dude, just in general. I don't love it. I think Cyrax wins here in terms of these designs. You know, and if you want to see them, what they look like in game outside of concept art, it's clear that Cyrax is the much cooler looking, better design here. Moving on. Sektor and Cyrax in Mortal Kombat X. Different designs, leaning heavy into the robot-y kind of like elements. They probably lean heaviest into it than any of them have done before. They look cool. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I think now they really look like robots, and they look really fucking cool. They're skinny. I get it. They are skinny robots still. But they do have enough like differentiating elements that I kind of like them. Their body types are very similar. Same thing with Cyber Sub-Zero. Like these things right here. I think he's gonna have the same stuff. Yeah, the vents. It's pretty much mask differences for the most part. Like, yeah, their body types have now been standardized because they are technically the same character. But I think the design is just more powerful overall. Smoke also looks really cool. Just in general, they look kind of Iron Man-like now. I think they look great. I don't think it's goaty though, but I think from at this point, outside of the human designs, we have the best looking the characters have looked. At least to me. I think they look great in this game, dude. They move great too. I think they look really sick. I think both of them are about like a 9 because I do enjoy either of the masks, any of that kind of stuff. I think it's comparable across the board. And I don't think they get any alternate outfits in this. Right? I don't think we get any alt outfits at all from this game for these characters, you know? That leaves us to, obviously, one of the biggest travesties of Mortal Kombat 11. This is one of the biggest travesties of MK11. This shit is sick, dude. It's so good. Not only do they keep the elements that make like Cyrax's mask cool, and they keep, you know, Sektor's mask like very angular looking, they fix the problem that like the robots have had an issue before where they look too skinny. And now they can sort of like thick them out. They got thickened. They beefed them up and shit. And to be honest, I think this is the best they've looked, dude. And they are just story characters, dude. They're just story characters. They're not playable at all. They're just costumes. It is a bummer, big bummer, because I truly feel that this is some of the most powerful designs that they've had. I really do. For them being robots, right? For them being effectively like the evolution of these characters going from the absolute beginning of them not really looking like robots to being BMX guys, to being BMX guys, to being like slightly not BMX guys, and they look sort of like robots, you know, oh shit. Where they landed at an MK11 is like, god damn, they look so cool. They look so cool now. I like how they keep the dreads over here, like the ponytail dreads on Cyrax, but they keep like the Predator style dreadlocks over here with Sektor. They have two different hairstyles. I think that's neat. But once again, MK11 travesty, and Sektor and Cyrax had some of their coolest designs ever, and they were locked to that game. They were unplayable characters. They just made NPC appearances, dude. Sektor and Cyrax are back in chick form. They're hot chicks now. A different take. Here's the thing. I think personally, I do not love the fact that they're not robots anymore. That could be different, dude. That could actually change. Like, we don't know the story of the characters yet. That could honestly be something that is completely different. I enjoyed them being robots outside of their pre-robot versions, you know? But that could be where the hell this goes. We'll talk about the cameos in a second, because the cameos are pretty much MK3 style. I do like how they have more individuality. To a degree, actually looking at these costumes, they are really similar. The same tassels in the same place, all of the same armor in the same place, just different colors. But she doesn't have the jets. I see. The thing is, I think the designs are cool, but I think humanizing them, like strictly making them human, the issue is that comparing them to this is tough, man, because this is 10 out of 10 shit. And I don't think I like them as much as MKX. I don't think they get up there with the MKX versions yet. They're more Predator-like than robot-y. A little bit. Yeah, like they're wearing Predator outfits. I really like the look of Sektor's Iron Man shit. I actually think it looks amazing. Looks amazing. That like Iron Man Sektor is an idea that they had for it. I'm like, that's really cool looking. But overall, I think like both of them end up being around an 8. They're okay. They are okay. But it does look like they're wearing power armor, you know? I like robots. There's a me problem. I like robots in general. And they do look like, yeah, I can see the bionicle part of it. They do look like bugs. And then, of course, the fully realized Sektor and Cyrax as cameos in MK1. I mean, I think even with higher fidelity, still look exactly as we talked about. They look like much better versions of dudes in BMX outfits, but they look better. They actually look cool now. They're all lit well and shit. To me, it goes up a point. It goes up to like an 8 out of 10 at least, because now they have like a little bit more identity with rendering to make them a bit more robotic in some ways, you know? A bit more robotic. The movie costumes, oh shit. Oh no. Oh shit ass, bro. Oh, the extra pixely. Techno and flips and shit. Oh, this bitch looks cheap as fuck. That mask is awful. What were they thinking? Oh no, it's Bumblebee from Wish.com. Spirit Halloween. Here it is. You have to give people money for them to use this, right? If you put this on the store, you're gonna have to give people money. I absolutely hate the goddamn mask. Why? Why would you cook your boy this hard? Yeah, and here, I can quickly judge these. Just like right here. This is from some animated thing. I don't hate these either. They really look like Transformers though. They're genuinely not bad. They're not powerful, right? Nothing really reaches, nothing gets close to this, man. That's my problem. MK Legacy, Cyrax and Sektor. Very similar to the MK9 designs.
Phase 2 sequence initiated.
Very similar to the MK9 designs, right? They're almost like the same thing. Yeah. It's pretty much their MK9 designs. The end. We did it. We looked at so many old MK designs. MK11 stole the show. It usually happens that way. Like MK11 has some incredible design, or like MK9 does. Rate our Cyrax. Our Cyrax is bootleg as fuck, bro. Nah, our Cyrax was bootleg as fuck. We're not rating our Cyrax.